100 English words.
Delay.
Definition: to postpone or make something happen later than planned. Example: the flight was delayed due to bad weather. Argument. Definition: a disagreement or set of reasons given to support or oppose a viewpoint. Example: they had an argument about the best place to go on vacation. Fully. Definition: completely or to the greatest extent possible. Example: he fully understands the consequences of his actions. Build. Definition: to construct or develop something. Example: she plans to build her dream home in the countryside. Abortion. Definition: the termination of a pregnancy before the fetus can survive independently. Example: the topic of abortion is highly debated in many countries. Leaf. Definition: a flat, typically green part of a plant that absorbs sunlight for photosynthesis. Example: the autumn leaves fell from the trees in brilliant colors. Composition. Definition: the makeup or structure of something, often referring to writing or music. Example: the composition of the team has changed this season. Crowd. Definition: a large number of people gathered together. Example: the crowd cheered loudly at the concert. Grain. Definition: small, hard seeds from cereals or plants used for food. Example: farmers harvested grains like wheat and barley. Gas. Definition: a state of matter that has no fixed shape and fills the space of its container. Often refers to fuel for vehicles. Example: we need to stop for gas before we continue our journey. Ancient. Definition: very old or belonging to a time long ago. Example: the ancient ruins attract many tourists each year. Candidate. Definition: a person being considered for a position, award, or office. Example: he is a strong candidate for the manager position. Jacket. Definition: a piece of clothing worn on the upper body for warmth. Example: she wore a thick jacket to protect herself from the cold. Equal. Definition: the same in quantity, size, degree, or value. Example: they share the prize money in equal parts. Dirt. Definition: soil or unclean particles. Can also mean gossip or scandal. Example: there's dirt all over your shoes. Alcohol. Definition: a substance found in beverages that can alter mood and behavior. Example: drinking alcohol can impair your ability to drive. Army. Definition: a large organized group of soldiers trained for warfare. Example: he joined the army to serve his country. Buck. Definition: informal term for a dollar. Also refers to a male deer. Example: it only costs $1 for a coffee here. Early. Definition: happening or done before the expected time. Example: we arrived at the airport early to avoid the rush. Formula. Definition: a set way of doing something. In math or science, of a mathematical relationship or rule. Example: she used a formula to calculate the area of the triangle. Heavy. Definition: having great weight. Also can mean intense or serious. Example: the suitcase was too heavy to lift by herself. Pseudonym. Definition: a fictitious name used by an author or performer. Example: the author used a pseudonym to keep her identity secret. Convention. Definition: a formal meeting or agreement, often between people in a profession. Example: she presented her research at the annual medical convention. Controversy. Definition: disagreement, typically prolonged, public, and heated. Example: the new policy sparked widespread controversy among citizens. Downtown. Definition: the main or central area of a city, typically with businesses and shops. Example: we'll meet at the coffee shop downtown. Last. Definition: final, to endure over time. Example: the meeting will last about an hour. Floor. Definition: the lower surface of a room, also refers to levels in a building. Example: their office is on the 5th floor. Individual. Definition: a single person or entity. Example: each individual has a unique set of skills. Clear. Definition: easy to understand, free from obstacles. Example: the instructions were clear and easy to follow. Cognition. Definition: the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding. Example: age can affect cognition and memory retention. Basic. Definition: fundamental or essential, simple. Example: he only knows basic phrases in French. Car. Definition: a vehicle with 4 wheels used for transportation. Example: she bought a new car for her daily commute. Explode. Definition: to burst or cause to burst with force. Example: the balloon exploded when he poked it with a pin. Artistic. Definition: creative or related to the arts. Example: she has an artistic eye for photography. Genetic. Definition: relating to genes or heredity. Example: genetic factors can influence health and appearance. Killing. Definition: the act of causing death. Example: the novel begins with a mysterious killing. Colloquial. Definition: informal language used in everyday conversation. Example: cool is a colloquial term for something impressive. Attend. Definition: to be present at an event or place. Example: she plans to attend a conference next week. Bond. Definition: a strong connection between people or a formal agreement. Example: they share a strong bond of friendship. Act. Definition: to take action or behave in a specific way, a section of a play. Example: he acted quickly to prevent an accident. Assign. Definition: to designate a task or responsibility to someone. Example: the teacher assigned homework for the weekend. Actress. Definition: a female actor. Example: the actress won an award for her performance. Myriad. Definition: a countless or extremely great number. Example: there are a myriad of ways to solve this problem. Antonym. Definition: a word with a meaning opposite to another word. Example: hot is an antonym of cold. English. Definition: the language originating from England, widely spoken worldwide. Example: English is often used as an international business language. Glove. Definition: a covering for the hand, with separate parts for each finger. Example: he wore gloves to keep his hands warm. Hold. Definition: to grasp, carry, or support with the hands. Example: she held the baby gently in her arms. Oxymoron. Definition: a figure of speech in which contradictory terms appear together. Example: Bittersweet is an oxymoron. Decade. Definition: a period of 10 years. Example: he's been working there for nearly a decade. Charity. Definition: an organization set up to provide help and raise money for those in need. Example: they donated to the local charity for education. Generate. Definition: to produce or create something. Example: solar panels generate electricity from sunlight. Each. Definition: every one of two or more people or things, considered separately. Example: each student will present their project next week. Guard. Definition: to protect someone or something from harm or danger. Example: security guards are stationed at the entrance of the building. Andragogy. Definition: the method and practice of teaching adult learners. Example: his research focused on effective strategies in andragogy. Sardonic. Definition: grimly mocking or cynical. Example: she gave a sardonic smile when asked about her ex. Distribute. Definition: to divide and give out in shares. Example: volunteers distributed food and water to the affected families. Continue. Definition: to keep going without stopping. Example: despite the rain, the match continued.
Health.
Definition: the state of being free from illness or injury. Example: regular exercise is important for maintaining good health. Intervention. Definition: the action taken to improve or help a situation. Example: the teacher's intervention helped the struggling student succeed. Angle. Definition: the space between two intersecting lines or a viewpoint. Example: the photo was taken from a unique angle. Die. Definition: to stop living, to cease to exist. Example: the plant will die if you don't water it. Lean. Definition: to rest against something for support. Also means having little fat. Example: she leaned against the wall while waiting. Borrow. Definition: to take and use something with the intention of returning it. Example: can I borrow your book for a few days? Impact. Definition: the effect or influence of one thing on another. Example: the new policy had a positive impact on employee productivity. Exciting. Definition: causing enthusiasm and eagerness. Example: traveling to a new country is always exciting. Bit. Definition: a small piece or part of something. Example: could you add a bit more salt to the soup? Favorite. Definition: like more than others. Example: pizza is her favorite food. Depth. Definition: the distance from top to bottom. Complexity. Example: the lake has a depth of over 50 meters. Funny. Definition: causing laughter or amusement. Example: that comedian is really funny. Committee. Definition: a group of people appointed for a specific function. Example: the planning committee will meet next Monday. Fabric. Definition: material, typically produced by weaving or knitting fibers. Example: the dress is made from high-quality fabric. Conventional. Definition: based on what is generally done or believed. Example: she follows a more conventional style of teaching. Generally. Definition: in most cases, typically. Example: generally, people prefer weekends for family gatherings. Judgment. Definition: the ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. Example: he made a poor judgment in trusting that investment. Initiation. Definition: the action of beginning something or introducing someone to a new role or activity. Example: the initiation ceremony welcomed new members to the group. Disability. Definition: a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. Example: the school provides resources for students with disabilities. Demonstrate. Definition: to show or explain how something works. Example: he demonstrated how to use the new software. Less. Definition: a smaller amount of, opposite of more. Example: try to spend less time on your phone. Arrange. Definition: to put in a particular order or organize. Example: she arranged the books on the shelf by color. Associate. Definition: to connect someone or something with something else in your mind. Example: people often associate the color green with nature. British. Definition: relating to Great Britain or its people. Example: she enjoys watching British TV shows.
Commit.
Definition: to dedicate oneself to a course of action, to promise to do something. Example: he committed to finishing the project by the end of the month. Ceremony. Definition: a formal event for a special occasion. Example: the graduation ceremony was held outdoors.
Dark.
Definition: with little or no light. Also can mean mysterious or sad. Example: it was dark outside when we left the theater. Satire. Definition: the use of humor, irony, or exaggeration to criticize or mock. Example: the movie is a satire of modern politics. Church. Definition: a building for Christian worship. Example: they attend church every Sunday. Appear. Definition: to come into sight, to seem. Example: he appeared nervous before his presentation. Comfortable. Definition: providing physical ease or relaxation. Example: this chair is very comfortable.
Film.
Definition: a motion picture. Also refers to a thin layer covering a surface. Example: they watched a classic film together. Achieve. Definition: to successfully reach a goal through effort. Example: she worked hard to achieve her career dreams. Cope. Definition: to deal effectively with something difficult. Example: he learned to cope with stress through meditation. Distribution. Definition: the act of sharing something among people or places. Example: the distribution of food supplies was well organized. Female. Definition: belonging to the sex that can produce offspring or lay eggs. Example: the female lion hunts for the pride.
Great.
Definition: very large, important, or highly skilled. Example: they had a great time at the party. Complete. Definition: to finish making or doing something. Example: please complete the survey by Friday. Criticism. Definition: the expression of disapproval based on perceived faults. Example: her book received positive criticism from the reviewers.
Home.
Definition: the place where one lives, a place of residence. Example: they finally bought their own home. Investigate. Definition: to carry out research or study to discover information. Example. The detective was assigned to investigate the case. Extent. Definition. The degree to which something has spread or is covered. Example. They were surprised by the extent of the damage.
Thanks for subscribe.